So, now in Dubai,
Yes.
another chapter in the history, another milestone.
Yes.
Where now, and why Dubai?
I find that Dubai develops a platform for success for entrepreneurial spirit and the can-do attitude that it's got. So with the growth of the company over the last 3 to 5 years, I didn't see anywhere else that we should centralise our hub. With the Middle East growing, with the critical minerals market emerging as rapidly as it is, with the African landscape becoming as large as it is, and also the can-do attitude of the Emiratis people, I think it's the perfect location.
Yeah. And Drillcube itself, we know what it does, you know what the mission is, the vision is, but for Joe, actual average, what does Drillcube do anyway? What is it actually about?
We are a unique innovator inside of the mining sector. So in the past, rather than having 47 suppliers and having to manage all those accounts, having different quality control methods, different manufacturing methods, it created basically a quagmire of a landscape. And so what it translates to is that the front line of a business is being constrained by the back line. What Drillcube has done has consolidated the supply materials in the mining sector through one single source supplier, and the key is the quality of the product. So it's made for miners, because I am a miner, and what happens, it transforms the business. It's actually a revolutionary change to the business in that you use one supplier, we do one picking slip and one invoice per month, which frees up so much administration. But what really happens is it's an end user business that when it translates into the use at the face, when they're underground, their life becomes easier. And when a miner's life is easier, that translates into more ounces, more profit, and more success for the business.
Right. And you say growth and you say expansion from the region-wise. Which areas and region are you looking at? What is the outlook here?
Well, there's really no landscape on the planet that we can't work with, okay? So the business is made to be global. We have over 500 containers on the water today, and we're working in 85 jurisdictions around the world. But to me, the emergence of this area, the critical minerals and the copper coming out of Saudi Arabia, the wonderful people of Oman, how they are developing their mining sector, and then obviously down into Africa, Eritrea, Tanzania, the Congo. There's large mining scale operations that for years have suffered from using poor quality equipment, and that translates into danger and it translates into hazards in the workplace. So we found that the African miners are literally falling in love with the product that we're using, and we think that that's where the future is going to be.
Okay. So look, you've now obviously talking about what the miners and the ease and all the supply, single supply source. I'm a mining company. I've not come across you.
Yeah.
I've got some mines that I have in Africa or in the Middle East. What should I expect from you now that you're in the region?
So at first we always hit a little bit of resistance because we are truly different to the older model. But the older model has never worked because you can't mine without supply. It's that simple. And with the just-in-time ordering system and that the supply team at one end are being told to lower cost and to remove product, and then the mining team at the other end are being told to increase productivity and do it faster, you've got a dichotomy inside of your business.
Right.
So what Drillcube do, we come into your business, we find a recipe that works for you with the type of equipment. We have our products that fit into the recipe, and then we put them on site, ready to go, so that you're looking at the gear rather than looking for it.
Right.
And it sits on our balance sheet.
Okay.
So the difference is that it removes $5 to $7 million worth of product off of the client's balance sheet. It increases the productivity to the mine, and also it improves the factor of safety in what they do.
Yeah. But also, I would assume that improves the efficiencies and less wastage, because you're not wasting product that you might have bought in bulk and set on the shelf and not
Correct.
used. You actually just buy what you are going to use and pay for what you're going to use.
Correct. So as long as the recipe is set correctly, what ends up happening is productivity improves dramatically because they're never waiting for gear. Safety improves dramatically because they don't have to cheat to get the job done. And costs go down. Costs go down dramatically as well because they've got the gear available, which means they're achieving their outcomes faster, and then that converts into ounces. Yeah.
But in terms of financial efficiencies, this way I would assume less capex for a mine owner or operator.
Yep.
All right. And of course, productivity is higher. Is there a percentage of ratios that you think they save in financial terms?
We can actually see that. So there's been a few examples of miners embracing the whole system. And once they do, we look at it at the market. So you can see it in the physicals at the next quarterly report, that their all-in sustaining costs go down, their productivity improves.
Right.
We've gone for 6 years on a couple of mines with no nil stock.
Wow.
So we've never ran out of stock, which means the production front has never been constrained by lack of supply. Now, every other mine in the world has a lack of supply, and that's what suffocates success.
Yeah.
So it's a very important thing.
Yeah, and of course now being based in the region here to service MENA and Africa.
Yeah.
Now, assuming the time lapse is going to be less, that's the main objective. And does that mean the miners in Africa and MENA will get services a lot faster? Is that?
So that's the vision, okay? What we're hoping is that we can start to warehouse here. We will be warehousing here. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And it also means we have a potential to fabricate and manufacture here in Emiratis, which will support the local community. And further, it means that they'll be closer to the plant and equipment required to get the work done.
Right.
So I see it as a win-win for the whole region. It is a transformative company. When we move in, there's always a little bit of resistance to change, but once they realise the scope and scale and the dramatic impact we can have on their production work front, then basically they fall in love with it and they fully embrace it. And look, I'm a big believer in free market economics. If we're doing our job right, the market will if we're doing our job right, the market will respond positively, and if we're not, though, it'll be negative. And to date, we haven't had any negative impact on our businesses whatsoever, and the clients are very positive towards what we do.
Okay, so looking to the future, okay, Drillcube now in the Gulf, MENA. Where's the vision of the future? Where do you see 5 years of Drillcube?
What I would like to see in 5 years' time, I believe we have to move towards a listing to maintain the growth that we're getting out of the market, potentially. It's still a privately held company. What I would like to see is a track record of success to our clients so that we can continue to prove the benefits of the business. And then as we advance, I'd like to get to a point where we've got bespoke data to give to our clients to say that these are your outliers, we can see optimisations here, and most importantly, we'd like to be seen with a legacy of improving safety to the entire industry.
I mean, Jason, listen to your vision earlier from start, where you are today, and of course another chapter in the history going forward. I think it's been an amazing journey, and I think it's even more amazing to look forward to in the future. Jason, best of luck for you in the Middle East and Africa, and we're obviously here to support you, and good luck to your team. And I think you've got an amazing team around you that actually understand your business, understand the tooling, understand the solutions they're providing. So best of luck.
Thank you
for
so
taking
much.
time out.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Appreciate it all.